Good evening and a warm welcome. It's Saturday, the 13th of October 2018. You're joining us on Prime TV News. Here are the top stories for tonight. President elaborates it is the onus of everyone to protect the environment. Pakistani national is arrested with heroin worth 30 million rupees. India gives 600 million rupees for the Model Village program. Initiatives recommended to prevent elephants colliding with the trains. And in headlines overseas, Nepal storm kills several climbers in the Himalayan peak. And now for the news in detail. Gampaha is the district that faces the biggest challenge in environment and cannot be overlooked. This observation has been made by President Maithripala Sirisena. He was participating in the Gampaha Bandaranayaka Vidyalaya centenary commemorative function. President Maithripala Sirisena, on his arrival at the Gampaha Bandaranayaka Vidyalaya, was accorded a warm welcome by the students. The president also offered floral tributes to the Ranaviru monument put up at the school premises. He also declared open an exhibition organized on the sidelines of the centenary commemoration. The president did not forget to laud the skills of the students after viewing the exhibition that will take the capabilities of the children to the world. The rocket produced by student Gehan Hettiarachi drew special attention of the president. The president assured the necessary funds to carry out its launch. Thereafter, expressing his views at the commemorative function, President Maithripala Sirisena advised principals to direct every child to plant a sapling on their birthday. The president pointed out that the decisive factor on lives of all animals, including the human being, is the environment, and that everyone should discharge their responsibilities towards safeguarding the environment. The president said that the children should be aware of what animals and human beings need to live. These are air, food, and water. The entire world is facing a challenge in this respect. He said that we should understand the severity of this challenge. Gampaha is the lowest district in forest density, and it is 2%. In Colombo, it is 3%. In Jaffna, it is 5%. Other than Jaffna in the north, all other districts have the highest forest density. The president instructed the principal of the school to advise all children to plant a tree on their birthdays. He said that the only request he wished to make from the students on the day of their centenary commemoration is to discharge their duties and responsibilities to protect the environment. Deputy Minister Ajit Manna Peruma also expressed his views on the occasion. President Maithripala Sirisena vested in the people the Sri Lanka Telecom Bidasa Digital School. School principal Iran Champika De Silva presented a memento to the president. Several parliamentarians, the school staff, and past students were among those who joined in the occasion. President Maithripala Sirisena has declared open the new pharmaceuticals drugs factory of the State Pharmaceuticals Manufacturing Corporation at Ratmalana. The president, who unveiled the plaque, undertook an observation visit of the factory. Many parliamentarians, including Health Minister Rajitha Senaratne, joined in this occasion. The building complex has been built with the most modern facilities. It has been set up with the aim of further increasing the capacity of the production of drugs. The factory has come up in the Kandavala area in Ratmalana with the assistance from JICA. The expenditure incurred on the project was 1,240 million rupees. The annual production capacity of the State Pharmaceuticals Manufacturing Corporation is 1,922 million capsules or tablets. With the establishment of this factory, it will now increase to 3,337 million. 3 more pharmaceutical drugs manufacturing factories are due to be opened in the island early next year. This will help to save a sum of more than 40 billion rupees spent annually on the import of medical drugs required by the country. Speaking on the occasion, Minister Rajitha Senaratne said that the use of medical drugs has increased sixfold. Pensioners and ordinary employees of the public and private sectors did not use drugs daily, but on alternate days and sometimes even 2 days a week. This did not help to control diseases. The minister said that the cause for the sixfold increase in the use of drugs was that every one of them started to use medical drugs daily. Its results can be witnessed within 3 years how diseases are contained. Those who were to die in the past are still living. This, the minister said, is good governance. A person has been arrested with a haul of heroin worth nearly 30 million rupees. The Police Narcotics Bureau arrested a Pakistani man when he arrived in Sri Lanka. He had arrived from Doha, Qatar. He possessed 2.426 kilograms of heroin. The heroin was shrewdly concealed in his baggage. The suspect was due to be produced in the Negombo Magistrates Court. India is providing a sum of 600 million rupees as assistance for the island's Model Village program. An agreement in this respect has been signed. India is providing this assistance at the request of Minister Sajid Premadasa. It is planned to build 50 model villages with this assistance. 25 of these villages are to come up in the southern province. 25 more villages will be built in the northern province. The aid agreement was signed at the inauguration of the Satsurugama model villages. The Satsurugama model village has 26 housing units. It has all the required infrastructure. Speaking on the occasion, Minister Sajid Premadasa said that the expenditure incurred on this model village was 20.4 million rupees. There have been several reports in the recent past on elephants colliding with trains. The authorities concerned are in the process of taking initiatives in preventing the occurrence of such disasters. Recommendations have already been presented to prevent causing obstructions to the natural behavior of the elephants. This is operative on the instructions of Minister of Transport and Civil Aviation, Nimal Siripala de Silva. The committee appointed recently to prevent elephants colliding with trains has already begun observing locations frequented by elephants. The observation team comprises 14 officials, including Director of Elephant Conservation of the Wildlife Department and engineer of the project to prevent elephants colliding with trains, Irosh Pereira. This observation team is reported to be engaged in the observation activities along the north and east rail track from Maho Junction to Trincomalee, Bariklo, Anuradhapura, Thale Mannar and Kankesanture. These officials of the observation team have already submitted 5 recommendations. It includes the clearing of shrubs in an area up to 39 meters on either side of the rail track, the enforcement of train speed limits and building paths for elephant crossings on mountainous locations. The other recommendations include the removal of obstructions for elephant crossings at locations with bridges and culverts and the building of electric fences at places where elephants enter. Still at home, a Chinese national has been nabbed at the Karunayak International Airport for attempting to smuggle in foreign cigarettes worth 635,000 rupees. Customs officials at the airport succeeded in apprehending the passenger who had arrived at the Karunayak airport from China. The Chinese passenger was taken into custody by Sri Lanka Customs at the Green Channel of the arrival lounge. Custom officers found 60 cartons containing 12,700 sticks of foreign cigarettes valued at 635,000 rupees and packed in 2 travelling bags. Deputy Customs Director Jagat Obesekara said that the whole of cigarettes was confiscated. Speaker Karu Jayasuriya has said that the parliamentary system in Sri Lanka is constructive when compared to other countries. The Speaker expressed this view at a workshop on Parliament and activities of parliamentarians. The workshop is being organized by the Parliamentary Select Committee for Sustainable Development in 2030, United Nations Development Programme and the Inter-Parliamentary Collective. Further expressing his views at the workshop, Speaker Karu Jayasuriya had this to say.
Gentlemen, we were the first parliament in the world to have established a parliamentary select committee under the chair of the then Deputy Speaker, Honorable Tilanga Sundarpala. I have asked Honorable Sumathipala to continue at this chair with the dedicated team that he is having. I am very grateful to the chairman and the members of the committee for their commitment and dedication. Though we produced the world's first woman Prime Minister, Sri Lanka's parliament is, of course, very poorly represented by females, and I wish there are more female representation, giving me a more peaceful and noiseless parliament. The path has been cleared for future entry of more female participation. We have introduced 25% female representation in the local government bodies, and these members could climb the ladder step by step to provincial councils, parliament, and even to temple trees and to the President's house. President's office too has taken a keen interest and giving leadership to this project. One of the most important jobs for Sri Lanka is the goal 16, peace, justice, and strong institution.
A program for the distribution of mango plants under the program of establishing 5,500 Dana Abhimani export villages has been held under the patronage of Minister Daya Gamage. The program was held at the Anuradhapura historic Tantirimale Rajamaha Vihara. 50,000 mango saplings of the CJP variety were distributed among families within the Tantirimale Divisional Secretariat Division. Minister P. Harrison and parliamentarian Chandima Gamage were among those present on the occasion. Expressing his views at the event, Minister Daya Gamage said that their target is that at least 10,000 plants should be planted to become an export village. 60 kilograms of mangoes can be plucked from one tree and obtain an income of 12,000 rupees. The country will get a twofold income. The minister said that Mahinda Rajapaksa had taken loans at a stretch and an interest had to be paid for these loans. When the present government assumed office, it was able to pay only the interest. But now, the government is able to repay the installments by increasing its revenue. Moving on with the news, a program to raise awareness on the Enterprise Sri Lanka Relief Loan Scheme on a wealthy country in 2025 has been held in Polonnaruwa. The people of Polonnaruwa were apprised of the many loan schemes operative under the program. Among the loan schemes are Madhya Aruna, Divisavaya, Arambuma, Jaya Shakti, Govi Navoda, Ran Aswanna, Harita Naya, Rivi Balasavi, and Sonduru Pesa. The people were also apprised of the manner in which Enterprise Sri Lanka credit officers visit the Bank of Ceylon, the People's Bank, and the Regional Development Bank. The maiden screening of the Nidahase Pia DS film took place at the Regal Cinema Hall in Colombo.
Nidahase Pia DS අන්තිමට ඉංග්‍රීසිකාරයාව බිත්තියට හේතු කරන්න ඕනේ. අපිට නිදහස නොදී බැරි වෙන තැනට.
The film has been produced through the biography of D.S. Senanayake, who rendered a pioneering service for the independence of Sri Lanka. Several veteran actors and actresses have contributed to this film in acting. Minister Vijayadasa Rajapaksa is also a producer of this film. Sunet Malinga Lokuheva is the director. The main media sponsor of the film is the Independent Television Media Network. A group including many parliamentarians joined in the occasion. Residents claim that the safety centre established in the Velipiti Modara area in Galle to be used during a sudden disaster was very much beneficial for them during the recent flood situation. Minister Wazira Abeyewardena, who visited the safety centre built in Modara to observe the conditions of the flood victims of the Galle district, made inquiries into their welfare conditions. 17 safety centres have already been constructed in 5 districts that are to be used during a sudden calamity. The centres have come up utilising financial grants of the Home Affairs Ministry. And that wraps up the news bulletin for tonight. You can log on to www.itnnews.lk for more information. Sasanka Das for Prime TV News. Thanks for watching. Good night.